You call that a hero? That's just a stupid costume. That's what the teacher said to an 8-year-old boy in front of the whole class. He was standing there in a miniature uniform, proud, smiling, just trying to be like his dad. And the next day, that same teacher was greeted in her classroom by a Pentagon commander in full dress, with cameras rolling. By the way, let me know in the comments where you're watching this from. I'm always curious to see how far these stories reach. Caleb Johnson was the kind of kid who never caused trouble. Polite, quiet, one of those kids who always raised his hand with a little hesitation, afraid to interrupt. He lived in DC with his dad, Colonel Marcus Johnson, who worked inside the Pentagon. Caleb didn't fully understand what his dad did. He just knew it mattered. Every year during Hero Week at school, the kids could dress up as their hero. Some came as firefighters, others as superheroes or nurses. But Caleb, he always showed up in a kid-sized military uniform, the same green camouflage and name patch his dad wore. It wasn't a costume to him, it was pride. But that year, things didn't go the way they were supposed to. His regular teacher was out sick, and a substitute named Ms. Langston was filling in. She wasn't from around there, didn't know the school, didn't know Caleb. When he walked in that morning, wearing his little uniform and smiling, she didn't see a kid honoring his dad. She saw a problem. In front of everyone, she narrowed her eyes and said, "You think dressing like a soldier makes you important?" Caleb froze. The room went quiet. Then she said it. "That's not a hero, that's just a stupid costume." Some kids giggled, others looked down. Caleb's smile disappeared. He sat in silence the rest of the day, didn't say a word when he got home. But his teacher's assistant overheard everything. She told the school counselor, and the next morning, someone else walked into that building. Colonel Marcus Johnson didn't storm in yelling. That wasn't his style. Instead, he brought someone with him, a Pentagon commander dressed sharp, medals across his chest, carrying a sealed case. They walked straight to the classroom and asked to speak to Ms. Langston in front of the kids. The commander knelt beside Caleb and handed him a small round medal with a bald eagle on it. It was a Pentagon Children's Honor pin, a real one, something rarely given out. Then he turned to the class and spoke, not with anger but with clarity. He said, "There are kids in this room who will grow up to lead, some with a cape, some with a stethoscope, some with a badge. But this boy chose to wear something that already carries more weight than most people can imagine. And anyone who doesn't see that, they don't understand service." Ms. Langston tried to apologize, but the damage had already been done. The district issued a formal statement. She was asked not to return. Hero Week turned into something more powerful, a week of true stories. Military parents were invited to speak. Caleb's story made the school newsletter, not because it went viral, but because it reminded everyone what respect actually looks like. And Caleb, he kept the medal in his desk, wore the uniform again the next year, and this time, when he walked through the door, the whole class stood up and clapped. If this story moved you, comment the word respect, because no child should have to explain why the person they admire deserves it. There is a story here on the screen that will also move you. Press to watch. You won't regret it.